What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today, we have the new point farming event. Well, it looks to be the final point farming, turtle farming event, which is going to be versus Marco. And we have 4 different teams for you guys in this video. Now remember, the anniversary ship is now live. You can go ahead and complete the quest, very easy quest on Extra Island, pick up this ship, and not only does it give you 3 times berries and experience, but it does set all of your specials to max at the start of the quest. So you can actually get away with, without using a full boosted team, like you could use 1 or 2 units on your team that are not fully boosted, that have amazing utility specials to help you get around this content. And all things considered, this is a pretty easy turtle farming event, just compared to some of the other ones that we've had in the past. This first team you're seeing here uses Killer as the main captain, allowing us to remove that rainbow shield here on stage 4. And due to the fact that there is special bind and 2 hits of special reverse on the final stage, it's a really nasty combination, and there's not a lot of effective ways to get around it. For this team, we're using the Blackbeard, which has a multi-stage special, can deal with the special bind, also sets the enemy's defense to 0, which kind of helps on this stage too, and gives us a defense down conditional boost. You know, you've got Jack as the friend captain with his super class special. He also sets the defense to 0, which is really good. But we have the King and Queen specials, which give cooldown -1, and they have the ability to resist special reverse, so huge amounts of damage output with this first team. Looking over to the second team here, which is going to be utilizing Jack once again as the friend captain. This time we're using Queen as the main captain, and the way that we're dealing with the special bind and the special reverse is by using this rare recruit King. This King is a boosted unit in this content, and unfortunately he only does special reverse for powerhouse units. So, you know, you're trying to save your powerhouse specials for the final stage, and it is annoying though, because Jack is a driven striker as a friend captain. He doesn't have the powerhouse class, so he doesn't get the full effect of using the King special, which means that we have to use him a little earlier. So we're using him on stage 4 to get around the bind, which is not a terrible idea because Jack has such a powerful special. He also gives us a chain boundary effect. And also the Crocodile makes an appearance once again. This free-to-play Crocodile is so good because he changes the block slots into matching. He deals with the Despair as well. He's just like a perfect unit for this content, and him also being driven, so works well with a lot of the boosted units in this content. This team also utilizes the Sanji. He does have the double special launch. He changes adjacent slots into matching. He also deals with the attack down on the final stage, which is very, very important. Because of that attack down, you do need some unit in order to remove that. Obviously, Jack's special on the final stage would be a really good way to deal with it. Unfortunately, we have to use him a little bit earlier with this particular team, but either way, it's a really nice team due to the fact that you have Barto Cavendish for their switch effect to help you get around the slot barrier that Hyogoro puts on his side of the field. Barto Cavendish just feel like they're built for that stage because you can just switch them into the quick variation and then deal with them quite comfortably. We also have the Doflamingo support attached to King to give our driven characters an orb boosting effect, and also due to the fact that we are able to generate a tandem slot on our Jack friend captain, we can actually activate the super tandem effect because we have both King and Queen on the team, which is so cool. And another thing about this team as well is the fact that when you activate the super class of Jack, not only do you get a tandem slot, you remove the enemy's defense, but you also inflict 2 times increased damage taken. So essentially giving you a 2 times damage boost against any character that doesn't have a full immunity buff. Next, we have INT Yamato as our main captain here. She's actually really good for this content due to what occurs on stage 4. Because of what happens, you do get inflicted with bind, which, you know, Yamato helps you deal with, but you also get inflicted with despair. But the way that they order the operations in this content is that they inflict the bind first, and then they inflict you with despair, which means that you can actually use Yamato to remove the bind on stage 4. Luckily though, the bind that you have to deal with isn't really that bad. It's only 5 turns, goes down to 2 turns with sockets, so if you have any support character that removes it by 2 turns, That's all you really need in order to get around it. I know that some people opting to use Blackbeard characters in their teams, and obviously they have access to Lafitte, which is very, very nice. Now, for this team as well, Rare Recruit Page 1 is a boosted unit, and he helps you get around the Despair and the % damage reduction, so really, really nice character. I do make a bit of a mistake on this team. You do not need the Custard support. I completely forgot that Yamato with Yamato Special will trigger her super type to allow you to lock the slot. So realistically, you don't need that support at all. You would just use the super type here to keep the full board of Wano slots anyway, but you'll see that it doesn't really make that much of a difference. We are able to secure quite a lot of Wano slots when we head into the final stage anyway. Also, this INT Rare Recruit Usopp that came out with Super Tandem Linlin is very strong because he has the ability to remove Special Bind, and he also reduces the cooldown of the top row by 2 turns. So by using Usopp's special, it does allow you to use the Jack special to remove the attack down as well as apply resistance down, and then of course his super class to give you the 2 times increased damage taken to the enemy and also remove their defense. But also we have King on the team because he does resist special reverse, so he also will provide a 2.5 times all boost to our quick, powerhouse and driven characters on our team. So a pretty solid team that actually gives a lot of additional drops. The final team here is going to be utilizing the anniversary ship to its max potential with Marco as the captains. Now, I want to shout out to Chauzu, who was the original creator of this team. I have actually switched out one of the units that he was originally building with. He was using the switch unit, Blackbeard, because he is able to generate a matching slot for himself, and he has barrier penetration to ignore the barrier that occurs on stage 3 versus Hyogoro. So realistically, he is a better unit to help you clear the content more efficiently, more effectively, more consistently. However, this Blackbeard is a boosted unit, so if you have him, you know, it's a bit of a mixed bag. But either way, if you really want to get, you know, as much EXP as possible while this anniversary ship is active, this is a really good way to do it. Another really good reason why Marco is a pretty solid option, not only for the additional EXP, but Marco is a boosted unit. So I believe Straw Hat Crew is still a boosted unit. Ulti's a boosted unit. The only unit that isn't boosted on this team is the Reiju, but she is so good here. As you'll see with her special, you'll be able to get rid of the block slots and also get rid of the enemy's rainbow shield. It's just a perfect combination here. We do have the chain boost from Marco's special in the previous stage to help us get a little bit extra damage, and also it would be more ideal to finish with Reiju because Reiju's free to play. Most people have her at level limit break 5 due to how powerful she is on one of the previous Grand Voyages. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.